So Canada and the United States officially confirmed today the border shutdown will be extended by another month to the end of October. But according to President Trump, it shouldn't last much longer than that. The CBC's Katie Simpson joins us now from Washington. Hello, Katie.
Hi, David.
Hi, loaded question for you. What exactly did Trump say, and what kind of reaction is it getting?
I can tell you what Trump said, but we're not quite sure what exactly it means for the Canada-U.S. relationship and what it means for the Canada-U.S. border. Have a listen. Donald Trump was on his way to his helicopter that was landed on the South Lawn, and he was asked by a reporter about those Canada-U.S. border restrictions. Have a listen.
We're looking at the border with Canada. Canada would like it opened, and, we want to get back to normal business. We have the USMCA all done, the new trade deal replacing NAFTA, which was probably the worst trade deal ever made by anybody. It was grossly incompetent. We have a great trade deal right now, and so we're going to be opening the borders pretty soon. Say it? Could be. Yeah, we're working with Canada. We want to pick a good date. Having to do with the pandemic, and I happen to think we're rounding the turn. We're doing very well, and the vaccines are coming, but even before the vaccines are coming, if you look at Florida, if you look at Texas, if you look at Arizona, some places that flared up a little bit, we are doing really well. They're all doing very well.
David, I've spoken to 4 different sources who suggested to me in one form or another that they appear perplexed by the president's comments. Conversations I've had with sources before this are that, at least from the Canadian perspective, is that these border measures are very effective. The Canadian government is quite pleased with them. And from their understanding, the American government is quite pleased with these measures as well. Other conversations I've had with sources, about what do the Canadians want to see before they would consider lifting those restrictions or coming up with some sort of agreement. The conversations where the Canadians want to see things better under control in the United States. Things are better than they were in the summer when the United States was registering anywhere from 60 to 75,000 cases of COVID every day. Over the past week, they've been in the 30 to 40,000 range. Today, though, they're in the 45,000 new cases in a single day alone. So at a time when I know a number of provinces right now are having some significant challenges with rising numbers, not to the same degree that they are in the United States. But of course, you need to take into consideration the population of the United States is 10 times larger than the population of Canada. So when you compare these things, it's not apples to apples. But it's in a situation where the Canadian government is clearly uncomfortable with the way things are escalating in the United States. And what we have understood is that the Canadian government and the American government was quite comfortable with those restrictions that were in place. What I was told earlier in this week is that Canadians should be comfortable with these restrictions for the foreseeable future, for the time to come. However, it was very clearly said to me that these policies could be tweaked going forward, and again, that they will be evaluated on a month-to-month basis. So we reported earlier this week what Bill Blair confirmed today, that yes, in fact, those border restrictions would roll over until the 21st of October. When I reached out for official comment from the Canadian government about this, I was directed to that tweet from Bill Blair, the Minister of Public Safety, which again, that is the position of the Canadian government. Those restrictions are in place until at least the 21st of October.
Yeah, my conversations completely back up what you're saying, right? That there is no appetite to open this up because there's a lot going on in Washington. And speaking of that, there's another big story in Washington that Trump is banning TikTok, the no more downloads as of this Sunday. So walk us through this, Katie, this feud between Trump and this company that, teens on social media love.
Yeah, so this is another sort of element to that ongoing technology fight between China and the United States. It's very similar to what the United States has tried to do with Huawei, saying they have concerns about TikTok and WeChat, suggesting that they're concerned that the Chinese government could obtain information about American citizens through these apps. And that's sort of a similar argument that we've heard from the American government and from other governments around the world about Huawei, that these companies can act as a pseudo spy agency because they can be compelled by the Chinese government to hand over information that wouldn't necessarily happen in another country. What the Trump administration announced today is that they're looking at banning downloads in U.S. app stores as of Sunday. What they want TikTok to do, which is hugely popular, like 100 million Americans use this thing. It's quite popular with all the video dances, especially in the pandemic where people are bored and have nothing else to do, doing all their favorite dances. But Donald Trump today said this.
We have some great options, and Maybe we can keep a lot of people happy, but have the security that we need. We have to have the total security from China. We're not going to do anything to jeopardize security.
And so the U.S. wants to see some sort of assurances from the government that from TikTok that there will be some sort of measures in place to make sure that any information that could be sensitive would not be handed over to the Chinese government. And they put a timeline in place here after the November election.
All right, Katie, when you started rolling your shoulders, I thought you were going to do a TikTok dance for us.
I got nothing. I got no moves. I got no moves.
All right, Katie, great to talk to you as always. Stay safe down there. This is CBC's Katie Simpson in Washington.
Hi, I'm Vashi Capellos, host of Power in Politics. See more of our show by subscribing to the CBC News channel or click the link for another video.